Biafra, superstars, media.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, depending on where you're hearing my voice from. Once again, I'm mighty happy to use the medium provided by the Biafra Superstars media to communicate with us again today. How are you doing? Hope you're all doing great. Hope the month of February, the shortest month in the calendar, has been going well for you. Yes, we are now in the shortest week of any month. Yes, because this week will end on Friday. This month will end on Friday, 28th. And even Saturday, he could not accommodate even Saturday because of its brevity of length. Yes. Just try to get you, to be in the mood. Hope you're happy. Hope you can hear me loud and clear. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, once again, ladies and gentlemen, like I told you, I like talking Biafra. I like breathing Biafra. I eat Biafra and I sleep Biafra. Biafra is in my DNA. I'm a product of Biafra. I'm from Biafra extraction because, I was sired, you know, from Biafra land by parents who are full-blooded Biafrans. So I'm mighty proud to be a Biafran. Are you proud to be a Biafran? Are you proud to be a citizen of the redeclared sovereign United States of Biafra? If you are, then come go with me. Yes. Yeah, this audio today, I want to highlight, what Ohanaeze Ndigbo, you know, has sent as a very serious worded message. The message Ohanaeze Ndigbo has sent, to the president of this junta, president of the dungeon, this clueless president, the man who says, Emilio come. Yes, Ohanaeze Ndigbo sent a message to Tinubu, and the caption of the message, he said, apologize for Biafra war, pay 10 trillion in reparations. Apologize, for Biafran war, pay 10 trillion in reparations. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't hear that, Ohanaeze Ndigbo has petitioned, yes, the president of Nigeria, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, to apologize for Biafra war, pay 10 trillion in reparations, yes, to Ndigbo. Now let's go into it. The Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, has called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to issue a formal apology on behalf of past military regimes for the atrocities committed against the Igbo people during the Nigerian Biafran War. The group also demanded 10 trillion in reparations as compensation for the loss of billions of lives and the destruction of Igbo land and infrastructure. Ohanaeze made the demand following General Ibrahim Badamasi's IBB recent statement in which he clarified that the January 1966 coup was not an Igbo coup. The organization praised IBB's acknowledgement, stating that it corrects a long-standing historical misconception that has fueled decades of animosity and marginalization against the Igbo people. The group lamented the systemic injustices suffered by the Igbo since the war, including political exclusion, the deliberate underdevelopment of the southeast, the closure of vital economic infrastructures like the Calabar seaport, and the implementation of discriminatory policies such as the coastal system. In light of these grievous injustices, Ohanaeze Ndigbo reiterates our demands articulated during the 1999 Justice Opota-led Judicial Commission for the Investigation of Human Rights Violation Panel. It is imperative, Ohanaeze insists, that the current federal government under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must confront the shadows of our historical traumas. We demand a public and unreserved apology from the President on behalf of past military regimes, particularly that of General Yakubu Gowon, who orchestrated unprovoked bombardments and shellings over Igbo territory during the Nigeria-Biafra War that resulted in immense human suffering and loss. Furthermore, we maintain our resolute stance that the Nigerian federal government must dispel the long-standing iniquities perpetrated against the Igbo nation by paying reparations amounting to 10 trillion naira. This demand is not merely a demand for financial restitution or restitution. It is a necessary acknowledgement of the value of human lives lost and the cultural and infrastructural devastations endured by our people. Which remains evident, even 55 years post-conflict. The statement read, while extending forgiveness to Babangida and others for past injustices, Ohanaeze urged President Tinubu to seize this moment to foster national unity through genuine reconciliation and restorative justice. According to the group, a public apology and financial restitution are necessary steps towards healing and rebuilding trust in Nigeria's unity. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, here you have it. I decided to bring this to our purview so that you can, hear it, listen to it, so that you can be very much abreast of what and the dimensions, the extent, and the very, very, devastating tsunamic effects. Yes, tsunamic effect of the revelations coming from military president Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. Somebody said, yes, Babangida has unleashed a tsunami. Babangida has unleashed an earthquake in Nigeria. Yes, because these were truths that were supposed to be hidden. These were truths that nobody, including former head of state Yakubu Gowon, including past national leaders, including especially the northern caliphate, would never, truths they would never want to see the light of day. But I don't know how IBB President Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida took the bulls by the horns, maybe to assuage his conscience, maybe as a dying man, he wants to assuage his conscience, he wants maybe to be in the good books of the Igbos, he wants forgiveness from the Igbos, or he wants to make a clean conscience of it, out of conscience. He wants to make a clean breast of it. He wants the world to know the truth. I don't know where it's coming from. Possibly true. Somebody told me maybe, the blood of our martyrs. Yes, our ancestors, our loved ones that were killed, between 1966, 67, 68, 69, 1970, in an unprovoked, aggression, unprovoked bombardment from the Yakubu Gowon, administration. Maybe their blood is actually has haunted Ibrahim Badamasi and pushed him, to reveal these truths that were never supposed to be revealed. Yes, every Biafran, my brothers and sisters, fellow Biafrans, I think we should be happy. We should really, really take these matters everywhere because God has exposed them. Yes, our God has exposed them. These are truths that a lot of people didn't want to be publicized. I mean, after Major Kaduna Nzogu, orchestrated that coup, everybody thought because Major Kaduna Nzogu had an Igbo name, that it was an Igbo coup. But here we can hear right now from IBB himself telling the whole world in his book titled, the launch of his book titled A Journey in service, a journey in service, and he's telling the whole world that Major Kaduna Nzogo was actually only Igbo by name, only Nyamani by name. He was more or less a Hausa man by his dressing, by his speech, by his language, by his, choice of nutrition, by his everyday activities. He was indeed a Hausa man, more Apoki than even, you know, uh, any Shehu or Musa you can think about. IBB said it. He said it very loud and clear that that coup was not an Igbo coup. Yes, was never, because the overall intention of that coup, the overall intention, the aim eventually was to, release Chief Obafemi Awolowo from Calabar prisons and install him as a provisional president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Brothers, ladies and gentlemen, you can imagine they were saying an Igbo coup. Meanwhile, the beneficiaries of that coup, the highest beneficiaries of that coup would have been the Southwest, the Yorubas, because their own leader, their leader, their 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 overall leader, their their the man they regard as almost a demigod, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, would have become the president, next president of Nigeria from that coup. Why did the Northerners, why did Nigeria as a whole connive? They connived and they colluded deliberately, you know, rewrote history, lied, deceived, you know, befuddled and beguiled the whole nation, saying that coup was an Igbo coup. That coup was intended, you know, for the Igbos to eventually overrun the country, take up all key positions, undermine every other ethnic group, and become the alpha in numero uno in Nigeria. That was a lie that was foisted on generations of Nigerians. The lies that the Ohanaeze Ndigbo have come here to say, look, 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 because of this lie, the civil war was fought against the Igbos, and that the Igbos were annihilated, completely annihilated, almost completely annihilated. A genocide, genocidal war was proclaimed on the Igbos, and the Igbos, were almost totally destroyed. And the Ohanaeze Igbo said, Ohanaeze Ndigbo said, President Tinubu, you are the surviving president of Nigeria. You are the man currently in administration. Please, please, you should now do the needful. Do the needful. Apologize to the Biafran. Apologize to Ndigbo. Apologize to, the Southeast. And of course, this apology is not just, shouldn't only be verbal because of the enormous loss to life and property, because of how our region was turned into a blood capital, was turned into, massive blood garden, harvest of blood. Yes, our southeast Biafra land was turned to a harvest of death, harvest of blood, harvest of plunder, harvest of destruction, where the Igbos lost their lives and property, where properties eventually, even after the so-called war, their properties were still, you know, taken from them under the so-called abandoned property abandoned acts in several states. I don't want to continue to remind our people about the wickedness, pathological hatred that was, foisted on the Igbos, both from the Hausa, both from the Yoruba, who most times we know what they harbor for us is jealousy. What they harbor for us, deep-seated jealousy and hatred, because of course they know we know what they know. They know, of course, that we are a Republican people who want to aspire to better our lives. We don't want to be spoon fed like the Almajiri. We don't want to, be spoon fed like those who look up to the caliphate. No, we want to do our the dollar's job for a dollar's pay. We want to do our work. That is whatever it is, do it, provided it fits me and my family. We want to achieve. It doesn't matter in Igbo land and the southeast, whether your father was a bicycle repairer, whether your father was a panwentapa, whether you come from an ancestry of cobblers. It didn't matter where you started from. The most important thing is where you aim. You aim to go to, what you aspire, how you aspire. In fact, the Igbos exemplify the American spirit, American to-do spirit, that when you walk, when you toil, when you do a dollar's job, you deserve a dollar's pay. And we believe the only way in the Southeast, our motto, the only way to success is hard work. The only way to success, hard work, patience, hard work, long suffering. Yes, hard work, long suffering. And at the end, of course, success. Success is inevitable. This was the spirit the Yoruba saw in the Igbo man, and it acted him, it hurt him, it made him jealous because he saw a rival. He saw that this man knows what he knows, that he cannot hoodwink us, and that is why they hated the Igbo, because we aspired to be the best in whatever we wanted to be. The Yoruba man hated us for no apparent reason other than jealousy, other than jealousy. What of the Hausa man? The Hausa man saw, the to do spirit in the Igbo man. The Hausa man saw that, of course, we don't believe in serfdom. We don't believe in the caliphate. We don't believe in any emir. In fact, the so-called chieftaincy uh, institution was actually, a strange contraption to the Igbo man. The average Igbo man did not believe in any Igbo, in any Eze, in any chief. He knew as a Republican that he could aspire to any level. He didn't want to serve any person. He didn't, not that he wasn't loyal, no, but he knew that when he worked hard, when he did the needful, when he read, when he studied, when he did business, when he concentrates on what he's doing. He works, he reads, and he does the needful. Yes, success is guaranteed. That is the hallmark of the Igbo man. That is why the Igbo man is hated. That is why the Igbo man, the Biafra, is hated by, every other person around him. Because, of course, he does not depend on government to feed. He does not depend on government appointment, to develop his family, to develop his life, to achieve in life. No, the average Igbo man, the average Biafran believes in Ike Otuonye. Yes, Ike Otuonyeism. Yes, I can do it. They can do spirit. Yes, that's the spirit that we have. The spirit that the Jews bequeathed to us. Yes, we have said it loud and clear that everything we have today is because of our Jewish ancestry, our Jewish DNA. The Jewish people never say never, just like the Igbo man. The Biafran man never says never. No matter how he has been strangulated in Nigeria, he never says never. No matter how he has been subjugated in Nigeria, he never says never. No matter how they try to frustrate him, they dig trenches around him, they humiliate him, they prevent him from being number one. Yet, he never says never. He still walks on his own. He can go to any land. He can travel to any nooks and crannies of the world to make sure he gets the golden fleece, to make sure he brings much needed uh, imports into the country. And even though we don't have political power today, today the Igbos are the fulcrum. Yes, we are the backbone of the economy of Nigeria. Take it or leave it. Yes, they have all the power, back to back, for the past 63 years of independence, back to back. Nigeria, Nigeria's government has, always tussled. It has been baton passing between the north and the southwest, north and the southwest, more of the north, more of the north, the southwest, more of the north, more of the north, either as a military, either as civilian. It has been the north who claim they are born to rule. And eventually, once in a while, they pass it down to the southwest. And only once in the history of this country has it been passed to the south. because of the oil, because of the oil. Yeah, because they have their eyes on the oil of the southeast and the south-south. They decided to placate the south-south with a presidency, which was quickly taken. Taken. Even at that, the so-called presidency was only because their man died, because President Yaradua died. That is why his deputy, his vice president, Jonathan, President Goodluck Jonathan, could assume the post. Even at that, they made sure he was almost a powerless president. They made sure he was powerless, merely almost a spare tire. So back to back for the past 63 years of independence, the North has held the power as if it is their birthright. Then sometimes given to the Southwest, but never, never did they want, the Igbo man, the Biafra, to be at the helm of affairs. And that is why today we are happy, more than glad, because we have, yes, the redeclared sovereign United States of Biafra, which is ably superintended by a deputy governor now, Dr. Ngozi Arabweze. Yes, every day she's out doing the needful, doing all the job, creating all the awareness, creating international appeal, propagating, you know, the hopes and aspirations of Biafra. Yes, and working assiduously to make sure that the redeclared sovereign United States of Biafra, you know, must succeed as a sovereign nation. Yes, United States of Biafra must hold its head high in the Committee of Nations. Ladies and gentlemen, Ohanaeze Ndigbo, the apex Igbo cultural, social-cultural organization, has said it loud and clear. Nigeria, if you want us to be peaceful, if you want us to remain with you, now, President Ahmed Tinubu, this is your chance. This is your chance. Apologize to Ndigbo, one, for the atrocities we have suffered because of a lie, a deceptive, and totally untrue appellation of the 1966 coup as an Igbo coup. Apologize because of the atrocities that naming, that postulation of that coup as an Igbo coup, because of atrocities it engendered for the Igbo man, creating hatred, bitter hatred from the North, to the extent that almost a genocidal war was unleashed on a people, peaceful people of Southeast, who did not deserve it. And then, not just that, there must be a reparation. Yes, there must be atonement. Yes, and as I said, equally is not enough to say, I apologize. No, we will not accept only apology. No. Of course, we want 10 million, pay 10 million trillion, 10 trillion, pay 10 trillion in reparations. 10 trillion. That money is not even enough. 10 trillion is not enough, but at least it would make some impact, because we lost. Our lands were devastated. Our properties were destroyed. Our income was reduced to nothing. After all that we were able to acquire in life, our forebears acquired in life, all they got after the war, all they were gifted after the war was a paltry 20 pounds. Paltry 20 pounds with their families, with their children. They were given 20 pounds to come back to Nigeria. In Nigeria that said, no victor, no vanquished. That was what General Yakubu Gowon, the head of state, then said. Come back, we receive you. No victor, no vanquished. And they were gifted a paltry 20 pounds to die, come and become beggars. Of course, we serve a living God. Of course, that 20 pounds today has become millions, millions upon millions. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the message. Always listen clearly. In Biafra Superstars Media, We call a spade, not an agricultural instrument. We talk Biafra, we breathe Biafra, we eat Biafra, even we sleep Biafra. Biafra is in our DNA. Nothing compares to that. Nothing compares to Biafra. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Biafra must be restored, for there is nothing the enemies can do about it. You brought Biafra that light may come into Africa. You gave us hope because we are in a continent of hopelessness. And by thy grace, Biafra shall be restored. We shall be resurrected. We shall crown our efforts with the glory by the grace of the Most High Himself. We are not strong. We do not pretend to be strong. All we do is to submit ourselves to your will, that your will may be done upon our lives. We have lost many people. We have lost so many good people. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten. We shall honor them, and for their sake Biafra will come. Because we are wandering all over the world, hoping against every hope that things will turn around for the better. It has never turned around for the better. Instead, it is getting worse. Please do not abandon your children. You have given us a commission, and we must accomplish it in our lifetime. Our enemies are equally important because they must listen. Those who do not love the truth must listen. Those who are beholden to darkness, they must also listen. For we are here to bring light upon a very darkened continent without Biafra. Africa is nothing without Biafra. There is no difference between a black man and a wild animal in the forest. We say it with every ounce of conviction. I welcome each and every one of you. If you're joining us for the very first time, this is Radio Biafra. This is how we do it. We magnify the name of the Most High before we do anything. That is why we are exceptionally formidable. That is why